You are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. And fuck, for the first time in 450 fucking however many episodes I've done, I fucking recorded an episode with the fucking microphone off. And so this is the redo. And the first episode was it was next level. I transcended. For the first time in my whole entire life, I feel like I reached my potential. And I did it into a dead mic. That's the story of my life, isn't it? You do something amazing and no one fucking sees it, so you have to tell them the story about how amazing you were. Like, I took this catch in cricket once, in high school cricket, and it possibly is the greatest catch in the history of fucking cricket. The guy fucking smashed it in my direction, and I ran in, completely misjudged the flight of the ball, realized it was going miles over my head, started backing backwards, and then just as it was about to go over the fence for 6, I fucking leapt up. It must have been 4 or 5 foot high. Put my hand out, and it just fucking stuck like glue, and none of my team was watching. They thought it was going over the fence. The only guy who was watching was the other team's batsman, and he was that fucking shocked he almost passed out. My fucking idiot teammates, they were already going back to fucking clean their boots. And actually, one of my teachers saw it, and he said, that's possibly the greatest catch I've ever seen. I'm like, thank fuck you saw it. And then for years at bars and restaurants and in dole lines, I tried to tell people about that catch, and no one ever gave a fuck. No one ever gave a fuck about the greatest catch ever taken in cricket. And that's what this feels like now. I was fucking on a roll. What was I talking about? I was giving you the weekly wrap. What did I do this week? I left the house on Monday, and then the rest of the week I did fucking nothing. I had 6 consecutive days of exactly the same. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were exactly the same day. They were exact fucking replicas. My life is slowly slipping through my fingers. I didn't say that in the first one. See, I'm off now. Life's slipping through my fingers. Who knows what's happening now? Victoria is now officially the world's strictest lockdown. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here, to be honest with you. I am almost fucking done with Melbourne. I'm done with Melbourne, actually. I think I'm out of here. Where can I go? The only other place you can really go in Australia is Sydney. Yeah, there's Brisbane and Queensland, but I might as well fucking start drinking again if I'm going to go there. That's the only way I could get through that. There's Perth too, but I'd be on the meth before the fucking week was out there. Adelaide, forget about it. Tasmania, that's where people go to die. Canberra, you're already dead when you move there. Northern Territory, I've been there once, and the people are too scary. That's where potential serial killers are. That's where they all are. You go there and you speak to a guy and they're like the salt of the earth type bloke, and you think they're helping. Like, they're the type of guys that will help you fix your car. But the very next day you wake up and your fucking wife and family's been murdered because you handed him the wrong wrench. And they don't like your type around there. So NT, off the cards. I need to get out of this country. I think I've done my time in Australia. It's a fucking prison colony. And I don't think it ever really changed. I think it's still a fucking prison colony. And I've done my life sentence. I've paid my dues. And now it's time to fucking taste some freedom. Where? I don't know. Where would I go? I always wanted to live in the States. That was always my fucking dream, to live in the States. But now fucking LA and New York, the only places I'd probably move to, seem like they're going up in smoke. Maybe I'll do a fucking Joe Rogan and go to Texas. That could be the go. A little bit of Austin, Texas, or Dallas. Some fucking steak. Some barbecue. I can wear cowboy hats without seeming like Brokeback Mountain. Maybe I'll get a little piece of land in Texas. Become a watermelon farmer. I always wanted to be a watermelon farmer. Have a little patch of land. Watch my watermelons grow. I love watermelon. I love eating watermelon. I just feel like it's a part of my destiny to be walking through my watermelon plantation. Plantation? I won't call it that when I get to the States. I'll call it something else, my fucking farm or something. But I always thought it was part of my destiny to walk through my watermelon farm, checking out my watermelons, with a stick of wheat in my mouth, chewing it, cowboy hat, my boyfriend by my side, checking out my watermelons. I bend down to see if they're ripe, and I know they're ripe by tapping them. They're ripe. It's time to harvest. And then I pick up my watermelon and I break it in half on the ground and take a big chunk and just bite into it and go, it was a good season this season. That could happen. That's a possibility. I might wait on the US move, though. I might wait till the elections are over. We'll see what happens after the elections in November, because I feel like no matter what happens, there's going to be fucking chaos. Because if Trump wins, half the population are going to be like, that fucking election was rigged. And if Trump loses, the other half of the population are going to be like, that was fucking rigged. Now let's shoot each other. The old Mexican standoff to see who really won. So if the Civil War is blown over by like February, March, I'll cruise in. Where else is a possibility? I'm not a beach person, so I don't really want to go to an island. I mean, I love Bali, I love Thailand, I love all those places, but a lot of those places, you've got to spend a significant amount of time with your shirt off, and I'm just not a shirt off guy. And if I did have the rig to pull it off, my skin's too fair. I've got Irish and Polish blood. I blister. I'm in the country with the harshest fucking sun in the world. I've done my time here. I need to get out. Could go to India, but that looks like it's going to be another fucking civil war between the Hindus and the Muslims. I mean, I'm white, so I'll probably be worshipped more than attacked, but, you know, we'll put India down as maybe. Spain, I love Spain. I've got a mate in Spain who grows weed for the Serbian mafia, so I could probably do an apprenticeship under him. Learn how to grow weed, become a botanist, and then I'll have the skills to earn money. I can start my own business. Earn an honest living. Growing fucking weed. I would love to be able to grow some good bud. I would love to get tangled up in the drug game at my age with a young kid and another one coming. That sounds ideal. What happened to that podcast, I'm Quitting Alcohol? Well, he moved to Spain and became a drug dealer for the Serbian mafia and was executed shortly after. So maybe not Spain. Amsterdam has been a big one on the cards lately. Signs I should move to Amsterdam keep popping up. Timmy Trumpet, he lives above my dad in his apartment building. He was telling Dad before COVID hit, he was going to move to Amsterdam and just set up there. And there's a couple of people I know there who've set up there and they fucking love it. And if it's good enough for fucking Timmy Trumpet, it's good enough for fucking Boyle. Just need to be able to get there first. I don't know what I'd do there. I'd probably pretend to go to university for another 4 years. Maybe Morocco. I could get a riad in Marrakesh and just fucking smoke opium for a year. Write half a chapter of a novel like William S. Burroughs. And all the book would be is an instruction guide on how to smoke opium. Where else is there? There's England. I could go to England, I suppose. But the weather's so fucked in England. It's fucked here too. But it's worse in England, isn't it? No, I could just fly from Amsterdam to England. I could fucking drive. Where else could I go? This isn't what the first one was, by the way. In the first one, I was doing set character pieces. I was playing 8 different characters. 4 of them were Chinese. The 4 Chinese were interacting with each other, but 2 of them were speaking Mandarin and the other 2 were speaking Cantonese. And they didn't know what each other was saying. It was fucking hilarious. And the other 4 people were Australian Chinese, born and raised here. They don't speak any Cantonese or Mandarin. So they didn't know what either of them was saying. It was very, very confusing and very funny. It was a great bit. Probably could have got developed into a TV show. Alright, where are we at? Have I decided where I'm going to move? I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm done. I've done my time. I will just go wherever anyone lets me. I'll go to fucking Mexico if they let me. What about China? That would be the strategic move, wouldn't it? And I wouldn't go to Beijing or Shanghai or anything like that. I would go directly to fucking Wuhan. I would go to ground zero. I would learn the language. I would ingratiate myself in the community. They would start calling me the White Bat because my charm infected the whole community. They would call me, what was the bat's name in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, When Nature Calls? Shikara? Shikaka. Shikaka. When I walk through the street of Wuhan, they'll just be like, Shikaka. Shikaka. That could be the move. China could be the move. It's not the logical step, but I'm playing 3D chess here. I'm playing a game no one else can see. Alright, I think that's it. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to the first episode, which, without a word of a lie, would have become legend. Folklore. But it's good enough and it's all you're getting. So I'll see you the fuck later.